for we are to God the fragrance of Christ. 2 Corinthians 2 verse 15. And this is Top Notes by Topper. So if today is the first time you're seeing my face, I'm a fragrance reviewer from Lagos, Nigeria, and I'll be elated if you subscribe to the channel. For my returning viewers, thank you so much. But why don't you consider subscribing? If you have been coming to the channel watching videos, just subscribe, okay? Because it means that you like the content. And my subscribers, thank you. So today in the video, I have a long awaited and it's also subscriber requested video, which is a review of the Lattafa Khamrah. So if you want to know my opinion about this fragrance, without much ado, let's get into the video. Welcome back. So we're going to go straight into it. Okay, so this is the box. I have shown the box already in the unboxing video, so we'll go straight to it. This is what it looks like, just to show, because this box is beautiful, so I just want to show it one more time. But this is what it looks like, and the bottle looks very similar to Kilian's Angel Share. So this, without even saying much, just from the bottle design, you know that this is Lattafa's rendition of Angel Share. I remember having a conversation with a friend on a fragrance friend on Instagram, and I remember him saying that, you know, he knows that this Lattafa's rendition or Lattafa's interpretation of Angel Share wouldn't be exact, that Lattafa always puts a twist on their dupes, and I think that is genius, because it's a genius idea, because it doesn't have to smell like the original. It gives you something to talk about. So I'm going to go straight. So this is Lattafa's Khamrah. And for those that, thank you, shout out to all of you that told me in the comment section what the meaning of the words were. So Khamrah means an alcoholic beverage, wine, or, you know, brown liquor or something like that. So that's what Khamrah is. So Khamrah has bergamot, nutmeg, cinnamon bark. It has middle notes of data called mahonial. I'll tell you what that is. Praline. It also has creamy tuberose, and then in the base it has myrrh, raisin. It also has boozy blend. So the boozy blend, it contains tonka bean, vanilla, and benzoin raisin. Okay, and then there's also amber woods, and then there's achigal wood. So I said I was going to tell you about the mahonial. Mahonial is a synthetic note, and it's supposed to be a floral density note. Okay, so mahonial is one, it's just a floral, like a mix of florals, so it has like a floral nuance to it. And then the achigal wood is also a synthetic. They all these two notes that I'm mentioning were created by a company called Givaudan. I'm going to put it across here so that you see. So to say that I like how Lattafa is using a bit more of synthetics, because if you think about biodegradation or even think about biosustainability, you would want to, in as much as we want to indulge in our fragrances and all that, we also want to have the earth be good so that we hand it over to our children, you know. So don't mind me, I'm geeking over this thing. It happens sometimes. So those are the notes. Okay, so they've already told us that there's some synthetic notes here. I'm going to just quickly grab a piece of paper from here, just because I want to really smell it on paper. Okay, so just a piece of paper I took from the notebook I'm using. Okay, so so can you see? I have worn this fragrance a bit. I don't know if it's clear here. And yeah, I've worn it a bit. And it's because I enjoy it. I wore it on Friday, I wore it on Saturday. On Sunday, no, I didn't wear it. So yes, I enjoy it, okay? So this starts off very sweet. It's very sweet. And you remember that it has date blend. It also has praline. But it doesn't start off citrus for me, as the note says, with the mandarin and with the bergamot, and no, it doesn't. It's just sweet, spicy. So I definitely get the nutmeg, I get the cinnamon, but it's very sweet. And so it's definitely the date accord there. with the pralines. Like, it's super sweet. It's very, very sweet. It's like a gourmand. It smells like cinnamon, dates, and nutmeg toffee. It's very with praline, you know, drizzled on it, or, you know, that kind of a thing. So maybe a praline sweet with cinnamon, nutmeg, and date filling in it. It's very yummy, edible. It's so gourmand. It's so edible, so beautiful. It's heavy, like from the top. It's really, really heavy. And at the beginning, if you ask me to compare it to Angel Share, at the beginning, I don't think it smells very close to Angel Share in any way. Okay, but we'll do the comparison. So it starts off very sweet, then it begins to pick up depth. The floralness in it is very, and it's definitely tuberose, but very minimal. It's not, if you don't pay extreme attention. That's why I wanted to pick it on paper, because I realized that on paper I pick the tuberose, but on my skin I don't pick it at all. So I wanted to do the comparison from paper so that I can tell you. And then it begins to get deep and very flamboyant, like very deep, very flamboyant. And I think that the booziness here, yeah, it's very minimal. You may not even find it. It gets more boozy on my skin, but in here, and remember that there's no alcohol notes in it. It's a blend of toasted tonka bean, some vanilla and benzoin raisin. Yeah, tonka bean, vanilla and benzoin raisin. Those are, remember, the benzoin raisin gives a booziness to fragrance. So I think by toasting the tonka bean too, it gives that booziness. So the booziness is much more at the back. And I think that also the toasting of the tonka gives a bit of nuttiness to this fragrance. And then it just really calms down and begins to warm up. So it warms up and it gets very, very, very beautiful. I think that what I will say is that it's not very woody. I don't find it very, very woody at all. It's just slightly woody. It's not like, oh, extremely over. It doesn't have that woodiness that Angel Share gets. But at the dry down, it begins to pick up the body. It begins to embody the woodiness. Now begins to feel like that of Angel Share, because then you begin to, at the dry down, all you smell is cinnamon, tonka bean, slight woodiness, and vanilla, which is what I smell on Angel Share too. So for me, okay, this scent for me doesn't start off in any way like Angel Share. It starts, you will definitely get the similarities, so that, you know, and especially when I've smelled both of them side by side. I'm going to give you the side by side comparison, but I thought to do this one first. Thank you. I read your mind. So I know it doesn't start off like Angel Share, right? But it ends as Angel Share, like, you understand. So it has that, and I'll say that it's a beautiful dupe, especially for the price of this. It retails here in Nigeria for about 18,000 naira, which should be about so that's about $30, give or take. Let's say $35 give or take. Okay, so that is a good price. Whilst Angel Share is like, at least when I bought mine, it was about 100 and something, but I don't know if it's still 100 and something. But if you're considering $30 and let's say $150, it makes more sense to, you know, get your $30 one. And then so we're going to go straight into like general rhetorics, general, you know, information about this. So I'll say that this is definitely a unisex scent, but because of how it starts very sweet, if you're a guy that doesn't like sweet scents, or you're a lady that doesn't really like gourmands, you may struggle with the beginning of this scent because it's very sweet. Remember that we're talking about date accords, and we're talking about praline all in the same breath, so that makes it super, super sweet. Okay, 2, I feel like if you're looking for something that is going to be like Angel Share, this may not be it for you, because this doesn't start off as Angel Share but ends as Angel Share. And I feel like because the base, I mean the top and the middle is about 30 to 35% of the fragrance. So I feel like if 65% of the fragrance is staying as angel share, yeah, it's a good dupe. You get, it's just the top and the middle that doesn't, maybe the top and maybe 1/3 of the middle really, that is not the angel share dupe. So for performance, y'all know Lattafa is going to give it to you. This thing is a beast. It was, when the first day I wore it in very chill weather, and it was projecting for the first 2 to 2.5 hours. I'm not kidding you, like I kid you not, okay? And then it lasted on my skin for over 10 plus hours. It calmed up. The first 5 hours it was in active mode, like it had, I mean, it after the 2.5 hour, yeah, the projection, I was going to say puissance, the projection power had gone down, but it wasn't down like it had become a skin scent. It was down like what your average scent will be doing, right? And then for the longevity, I said 10 plus hours. I realized that the first day I wore a fabric like this that had like silkiness to it. It did very well, but the next day it had rained, so I wore something that had like a sweater cotton. I realized that in that fact, it felt like the fabric was eating the fragrance or drinking the fragrance. I wasn't smelling it much, okay? And so, but on other fabrics, I think that it might do better to put it on your skin than on fabrics if you want to like really enjoy it, okay? The sillage, gosh, the sillage is like 2 arms length, like it fills the room. Everybody knows. There was a lady that was by me because I was in school, and the lady was asking me what I was wearing, you know. At a point she moved her chair a bit further away from me because I want to believe. So later I was like, oh, she said no, that she liked the perfume, but at a certain point it was quite very strong, like she was smelling it quite often. So you can imagine that, like, if somebody is smelling you that much that they need to move a bit away from you. So, and the challenge was that, you know me, I was too excited. I sprayed a bit too much. That would be one of the flaws. So when you, depending on the occasion and where you go, if you want to wear this for work, I think that you should go down on it. So done sillage, projection, longevity. Yeah. Also, I think that this is a beautiful scent, but don't go atomizer happy on it because it's very strong. I would say that this, for me, I can wear it all year round, but I would say that because I like dark, heavy, thick scents like that. This is not dark, but it's thick, it's syrupy, it's deep, it's heavy, that kind of a thing. And it's also very warm because of the vanilla. There's a warmth to it that's very beautiful. So I would say that for people that have times they wear their fragrance, I'll say this is definitely a fall winter scent, okay, because of the heaviness and you know how thick and all that it is, but predominantly very winter scent, maybe fall night because it's quite heavy. If you do like sweet scents, then I'll say that as a man you can get it, but it leans quite feminine. So I'll say that it's about 65% feminine at the beginning, but by the time it hits the middle part, it has become already unisex, you know, just generally very unisex. That's how I see it. So I don't know if anybody, it's definitely, if you for me, I feel like if you like gourmand or you're a guy that likes very sweet scents, you're going to love this one. Or if you can just manage the first hour and a half to 2 hours of the sweetness, trust me, you will love it. I also find this to be a fragrance that will do well with different forms of layering. So trust me, I'm going to come to you with different layering combos here. I know I've promised that, but there's just so much content to film for you guys. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.